All right, this is the start of the flooring video of the quarter sawn red oak flooring. It's been acclimating up here for way too long, and now it's actually time to start installing it. As you can see, I've already done some prep work. I cut that piece there yesterday, and I decided that I would take it back out today and sand it so that when they come to sand the floor, they don't have to actually get too close to the tile. I don't want them grinding any of that tile and me having to repair it. So it was just easier for me to take it down to the shop and sand it. And so you can see it's all got screw holes in it that need to be plugged. And that's what that is over there. That's what that thing is. It's full of plugs. I just gotta snap them out and glue them in place. Earlier, that's perpendicular to the floor, to this red line right here that runs down. So the ends of these boards which are cut square, should just butt right up nicely. And I got some flooring laid out here, and I'm like, how am I going to get this first row perfectly straight? What I really wanted to do is bring up my 20-foot long aluminum straight edge, but this is 19-foot 10 to the cabinet. I don't want to cut 2 inches off. So next resort was I found a piece of baseboard down here that was pretty good, and it's actually been screwed in place. It's parallel with that red line, and so what I am going to do is I'm going to pull all of the first row up tight to that and screw it off in the back into the floor joist, and that'll give me a straight row to actually get started using the floor nailer and nailing in the flooring. There's just been you know, just like everything, there's a bunch of prep work that has to happen before you can start actually doing the project. And this is all stuff that just needed to get done. So I'm gonna screw that first row in place and actually start. Apollo, come here. Come over here.
What?
Is it snowing out? You don't even care, do you?
You are snowy dog.
Oh, and there it goes.
Come here, blankie time. Woo! Oh, so silly going out barking in the snow. Yeah. Funny dog.
kneeling in front of the chimney where the hearth is going. And we decided below me is the wood stove. And to aid in the warm air circulation when we've got that running, is we decided to purchase these cast vents, which were really nice. Just couldn't find anything locally, went online. They were here within 3 days, and they're the exact size we're looking for. So you can see I made this filler strip, and the pieces, the 2 vents fit in here like that, and that makes the total thickness 3/4 of an inch, which will be the same height as the tile floor in the hearth and the rest of the hardwood floor. So this morning I went down and I screwed a 2x4 on the back side here, 2 inches away from the masonry, which is code. And so that's going to give that some support in the back. So basically what I'm going to do now is just line this up here. And trace this all out. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to move it back to that line. That's what I'm doing. I get talking and I forget what I'm doing here. So that's what I'm cutting out. I'm going to cut that out, and then I'm going to mount this on here, glue and screw it in place, and then work on the frame that goes around that surrounds the hearth. Just like that. This is designed to fit over this, and then these will fit right inside of there. And I'll have to tile all the way around this. So we have 32 1/4 on the inside. I'm gonna go measure the kitchen tiles. So from the back of this grate, the front of the grate, to the inside is 35 3/16. Just right here. So I want to move this backwards to 30. Grapes. Alright, excellent. So we'll end up with 3 rows of tiles going across here. And basically, this has got to be parallel with the floor. So it comes up and it should run nicely. And what I'll do is I'll cut the front and the backs from the rooms. Go cut it at 38 3/4. All right, I got it screwed together in the corners with 1 screw in each corner. and the distance here from there to there is correct, so we'll end up with 3 tiles running this way. But I'm not going to even, I decided I'm not going to screw this in place until I get the flooring closer so that I can make sure that it's running exactly parallel with the flooring. So now I'm at a point where I'm close enough to the frame that I can measure a parallel line here and make sure that that's perfectly parallel, so that I can just hopefully rip something on the table saw. It'll be fitting in there nicely. All right, it's almost the end of the day, and excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold. I've gotten all the way around the chimney and the hearth, which was the goal today, and I actually am going to spend a few more hours and put in probably 6 or 8 more rows, and then I have to move the rest of this pile of wood. But let me just show you what it looks like. I'm hoping to get the luan in here tonight. And that's all the way around the chimney. Yeah, I've got to put some more screws into this last piece of oak here. We hemmed and hawed about some kind of transition, some decorative thing in here, and what we just decided was to put another horizontal divider, piece of oak that divides that hallway from the rest of the building. It's just going to make that, dealing with that whole side of the down the hall, so much easier that I don't have to incorporate it into the widths that I'm using in the main room. It's Saturday morning, and as you can see, I moved the pile of lumber that was here, and I separated it into all the appropriate sizes. This morning, I vacuumed this, cleaned the floor, vacuumed it, and put down the rosin paper. And that's all I have to do today is finish this, which I don't think is a big deal. Well, let's try this again since the battery has been freshly replaced. I'll show you what we've got done so far. It's been 4 days, and I got the dining room all set. That's where the hearth is going, and I'm going to tile that tomorrow. Gonna actually make some more oak plugs. Got the living room all done, and lines up nicely with the tile floor that is in the last video. And we got, you didn't see this, I haven't shown it to anyone, but I put shelves in our pantry, and we moved the freezer, chest freezer up here too, so things are happening. And if you watch the videos of me making the oak flooring, I did it in 2 batches, and I brought up the first batch, and the second batch was a little over half of the amount, and that's all that's left of the second batch The batch stick was screwed up. That whole batch did this. Everything is on the floor at the moment. And I thought, I didn't even think I'd have enough to get done what I've gotten done. So looks like we're gonna have plenty of oak to do the hallway and probably one of the bedrooms. All right, let's make this thing happen. All right. You see, I got all that spit off camera, and all this spit here. Flattens it out. Good contact, flattens it out. And that's it. Just like that. And just for the kicks, we'll put these mitts in. Like that. And let me go grab a tile. I'm gonna throw a tile in here, see what it looks like. All right, so that's what it's gonna look like, all tiled in there. I think it's gonna look pretty good. I spent 3 or 4 hours this morning, excuse me, and I put in this piece here, the top tread. I got these wide boards. I brought up the 20-foot aluminum straight edge, and I got these all lined up here, screwed in place. I have the threshold for the bathroom in place and the threshold for this bedroom. And I put, instead of just butting them into the door, I put a piece there. There aren't any rules. I don't know, it's pretty hard to video stuff in here. Maybe I'll just give you an update as I go through. All right, you can see I'm that far along on the floor. All right, this is the last bedroom, or the last room, to get the oak flooring in. And I just vacuumed it, and now it's ready for the rosin paper. Now last night I spent 10.5 hours, and hopefully you can see this. I got the hallway done. And down around the corner here. And it's really hard to set the camera up in here, and I just didn't have time yesterday. I was in a big hurry to try to get all the hallways done because they're a big pain in the neck. Well, they're a lot harder to do than a big open floor. All right, there's the rosin paper all installed. Well, I got the first row in, and I used this it's actually a piece of baseboard that's straight, as the straight edge. And I screwed it in place. I screwed it into the floor joist. Well, that's almost a third. I gotta go take a break. I didn't film a lot at the end because I was just trying to power through it. And I just didn't have the energy to mess with filming, so I will show you what I got done. But of course, you've already seen the main floor, the two front main rooms that got done. And yesterday I got the hallway done, and this part that wraps around the kitchen, I got that all done yesterday. It took me 10.5 hours. There was just a ton of fitting in here. And of course the hallway takes up a whole lot of time because you can't use the nail gun because it's too close to the wall. And then today I had enough left over that I decided to do the biggest bedroom, which I guess would be called the master bedroom. And I got it all done. I used I was kind of picky. I only used the really good stuff, and I think it came out okay. Of course, that whole wall down there is going to get built-in closets on it, but I decided to wrap the floor all the way underneath just in case, you know, I'm not going to get to that closet for at least a year, so I want to have the floor done and finished. So this is done in here, except for plugging the holes along the edge, which I'll get to tomorrow. And I'll give you a quick shot of what was left over. So this is what's left over out of that giant pile, and it's a mix of widths and lengths. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm gonna bring it down to the shop. And I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not doing any more oak floors in the near future, but those would have to be remilled into consistent length widths to be used, since there's not enough of every length to do a complete run. All right, I got all the parts cut for the hearth here. I'm just going to take them all out and start mixing up some stuff. Doing. to get these as even flush as I can. I'm not going to be perfect, but it'll be okay here. Well, I think that's it. Hopefully the lighting's better and you can see this now. This is all done except for the grout. So I think it looks pretty good. Yeah. And the vents are great. Actually working. And there you go. Put the grout in tomorrow. All right. That is the end of the oak flooring installation video. And I hope you stuck with it to the end to see what it all looked like. Tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to call the company that's going to do the sanding and finishing, and I'll try to get some video of that. So, anyway, thanks for watching.